Hello again. A little bit shaky today. I'm just here again with the V8 pilot. I'm just about to start on it again. I worked on this here a couple of years ago, and it's got two doors on one side. Oh, and it's got one door on the other side. So it needs a few needs a few repairs on it. So this is the left-hand guard here anyway. So the headlight looking a bit sad on it. That's the front of it. I haven't got a bumper on it at the moment. It's tangled up. That grill needs a bit of looking at, fixing up. So the guard's got a bit of a hole on each side. There's a hole in that guard and there's a hole in the other one. That is actually where there's a bracket at the back of it. It bolts onto the bumper. That's why it's my dog's come along and poked his nose, and it's all right then. And it's okay. And the other ones have done the same. There's a steel bracket at the back of it that holds the guard up, and that's why it's rusted in. So I've got to patch those holes up there. I need some okay, I'll just kick the ball for the dog. Oh, sorry about that. Bit of interruption. Okay, we're falling down here. And we've got she's a bit rusty along this along the bonnet here. I've got a few patches to do. What's happened here is there's a bit of a gap between the grille and the body. You can see a bit of a gap there. Oh, there's about 4 inches up the top, and it goes down to about an inch at the bottom there. So that the reason why that is because I put a Rover V8 motor in it, and it's just a little bit too big, and it's pushed the radiator forward a little bit. We'll get onto that shortly. So I'm just showing the rest of the car anyway. Yes, we've got a couple of dogs here roaming around here as I'm filming. Okay, yeah, there's the side of it. There's a bit of the door hinge up there. It's a bit. I've got a piece of bolt in there. And yeah, and the bottom one's original by the looks of it. And I've done a bit of repair work here. Bit of repair work here, and yeah, I welded up that patch there. I welded that patch to go to the bottom there. Okay, and it's a bit rusty along the bottom of the door. That needs looking too. But I've got a piece of bolt in the hinge here. And the window, we've got a bit of a window in this one here. And the door opens. The door opens and closes. Door opens and closes like that, yeah. Okay, this is the inside of it. She's a bit rough up here. And I'm not sure how they this car was put together in Greymouth. the coach builders put this together in Greymouth somehow. They cut this Ford, they cut a piece of the Ford off. I can see that they've cut it off there, and they have extended it down the back here somehow. They extended it there, and I'm not sure what they did, but they this is my yeah. They cut it down and they extended it and made it into a station wagon. That's what happened. Yeah, and yeah, and I'm not sure how they put it together. I can see they didn't weld it together. They actually put it together with small nails. I can see, as I said, they put that across here like that for the join. That's what they did back in 1955, I think. And they've put this together. It's got little tack holes in the body here. Little tack holes. There's a little nail in there. I'm not sure how they put this together. I presume that they got timber on the inside and they nailed it to it. And what I have done, I've picked the side of the car up and I've welded all the way down here to hold this side of the car up, to hold this here up. I did all that, so this was all separate from the car when I first got it. So I did all that to hold it up, so I've got a bit of repair work to do there. And this guard was, I may have to just weld this on because this was done with wood as well. The wood on the inside somehow, and they must have nailed into it somehow. I'm not sure how they did it. I don't know how those coach builders did it in Greymouth. But how the Ford car was made. Was it made with wood to join it? Because there's no weld marks there. Okay, just tell you a little bit about the chassis. The chassis was broken a little bit in it. A little bit, okay. This said this chassis was broken a little bit. It's cracked and probably non-existent, and I've welded a new piece in. I welded a new piece of chassis in it. Of course, I think it's shot. So yeah, I'll just show you a little bit of the gearbox over there. I'm not sure whether you can see it or not, but you can see the Rover adapter. I have just got big bolts at the moment holding on from the V8 Rover onto the Ford gearbox, which probably looks a bit dodgy, but okay. I got it up there just for until I might get a temporary plate, or I might get the original motor for it. I have got the original motor, but I'll get there shortly. I'm just showing the inside of this car. It was quite rusty when I got it. It's very rusty. It's one of those ones that the scrap metal probably would take away anyway. But I have grabbed the thing and started redoing it because this car had a bit of history with it. Okay, you can see my bit of welding and holding the doors and the chassis. I've done a bit of a welding along there. I've put a new channel in. I've got to put a new channel in there, just along there. Another channel plus it's bolted, and along there. And I renewed a piece of that along there. Put a new piece of channel connected onto there. That was non-existent. This is what I've done to it. And I've made that pillar up there for the door. This is made of wood. Okay, this is made of wood up there. And I made a wooden door, a wooden frame to hold that door, because I believe this was all made of a wooden structure on the inside. A wooden structure. I made that bit of a dodgy thing to go around the door there to hold the door up, and done that. I made a bit of a structure up there. also it had no roof on it. When I got it, there was a birch tree branch through the roof. When I got it, there was birch tree. There's 2 branches through the roof here, which was in the old days. I think it was all wood and had canvas in it, and over the years it's been on this farm where it was, and it's been under a tree for about 40 years. It's been on the farm for about 50 odd years under the tree and dragged around, and so it's quite damaged. So I have made a wooden frame and made a roof on it to make it watertight. Probably a bit blurry, but that's it. I'll just shut the door a bit, but that's interesting how they made these cars together anyway. They must, there's all little pinholes along here, where they must have banged into another piece of wood on the other side. I put some screws in it to hold the door up. I got the screws in it to hold the door and the panel. This door wasn't existed. It was on the ground, and I made a door frame up for it. I made a bit of a door frame to hold the back of the door up. Still got a few big nails in it just to line it up. So that's a little bit rotten there, but solid wood there. I've hacked and banged to get this wood in there. So this here wood is actually holding up the body, I say. The wood is connected to the, is holding up the body here. Not sure on the structure here, but there's a bit of a structure at the back there. It's all got wood on the roof. Bit of a structure there. That bit of a door panel down there, it's got a bit of rot in it. It needs fixing up. I'll fix it up, renew it. And this is what I have built anyway. This car was all collapsed, and I made this up to hold it together. Oops. I might just turn that off a minute. Might get a bit blurry, I don't know. This is the car. The road. This is where the photo of this car come from. The road in the pass of the house pass down the grave mouth, Hokitika way. They use this to take the workers. They take the workers down to grave mouth down to the house pass. And they used it to carry their fuel down there and their explosives. And yeah, I think they adapted it like this, so they can make it into a station wagon back in 1950 something. Yep. I've done a bit of welding on this side as well. This needs a few repairs to this side here. I can see that. You can see that as well. Bit of work. I've welded it all up the side there. Welded it all up there and right along there, just to that door there. Just to hold it together. To hold this together. So that's what I've been pottering around with. I've still got this guard here. This guard is still just tied with a bit of wire. Of course it was, I think it had timber on the other side somehow. I'm not sure how the coach builders, how they put them together, but I've just got it wired at the moment. I may just tack weld it there. Tack weld it there later on. Okay, I'll just bring you along here a little bit and show you the inside. This is one of the bit of a door frame I made on the left hand side. And this is what I'm working on today. That door pillar. Oh, I'll just show you this piece of timber. Now that piece of timber went on the door pillar there. It was bolted down there somehow, and that somehow held it together somehow. That bolted on there because I just cut the bolts off and it was stuck to that side there. That side is moving in and out. And I just want to see if you can point this out. It's got little nails in there. A little nail in there, and one in there, and one in there. That must be how they made it. I don't know. That must be how they made the nail onto the timber to make the frame, to build the steel and the wood together somehow. But I just got to make a piece of timber. I'm making a piece of timber go up there so I can bolt that up and bring the side of the car together. So I've still got a bit of repair to do. There's a bit of the chassis down there. I've done a bit of a weld right in half there. I welded that piece and lined it up. It took me a couple of days to line the chassis up and bolt it and weld it up. And got a piece welded right to the back here. Yeah, and yeah, did some dodgy welds up there. So I got that done. Okay. Did my exhaust pipe over there. Got one over there. And one over here for the Rover V8. We'll get there shortly. But I'll just show you the side of the car. It's in bad condition. But I'm going to try and save it the best I can anyway. That chassis there is all welded up. I've done a bit of work and a couple of years ago. There it is here, this side here. I welded the chassis up. Yeah, I got that up. I got welded it up. Put a fish plate on it. The fish plate. I got a fish plate on it. Oh yep. I've been mucking about with it and got bolts in it, holding it. And the doors were collapsed when I first got it. I've got them to close. They open and close. Just this passenger side is a bit dodgy. I've got to put there's no thing to hold it on. I've got to make some running boards on it. I've got to make the guards come down there. I've got to make some running boards for it. I've got a few patches to do on it. Okay, that's that much there. I've been pottering around with it. I'll go and have a look at this. Looking dodgy. So there's there's a Rover V8 in there. It does go, but it took me a long time to get it going anyway. I'm going to start. I'll start up another day. The next video. I've got to get the batteries and everything connected up, but that motor hasn't gone for many years, and I didn't want to put it on the first start on YouTube. It took me 2 days to get the timing right. But there it is. That's what I've adapted in there anyway. But that you could probably see the rover motor's too big for, and I've pushed the radiator forward a little bit to put it in. Okay, put that back, put that down. There, done. What I can do, I probably could get away with it. I've looked at it, I could put a small radiator in it. I could take the V8 radiator out, and I could put a smaller one, and that would close that gap up. But that's my project I've been starting on. I was working on the Land Rover. I've just about fixed that Land Rover up, so I'm now going to have a go at doing this. I started, as I said, 2 years ago, and I left it. Haven't done it, and it's easier to fix up a Land Rover than an old Ford V8 Pilot. Okay, here's some things I got. Got a couple of pictures on it. I've got something like this. This is what we wrote about it. It's about a V8 Pilot rescue. It's about 1948 Ford car. And it arrived from England to New Zealand. Yeah, mother had the Queen Mother had a 1951 Ford V8 Pilot. When the Ford V8 Pilot arrived in Grandmouth, it went coach builders. Yeah, the V8 Pilot was used by the contractors to take workers up through the Haas Pass, and then road sites where they were working. Yeah, so that's about it anyway. So there's a couple of photos of it, of the old V8 Pilot. There it is there. And there's the book of it. And there's the picture of the V8 Pilot. You've got an old Land Rover there, and you've got the V8 Pilot right beside it. I don't know if that's all good or not, but here's some photos of it. When I first got it, it was in half anyway. That's when I was welding the chassis up. The roof come off. I got it like that. I got it in bits, and I stuck it together. Here's a piece of it there when I first got it. Okay, and here's a picture of the flathead. I'm not sure whether you can see it or not, but there's the flathead V8 off of it. There it is there. And there's the Rover V8 there. And the Rover V8, that's what I got in it. And there's a couple of car stickers I've made. V8 Pilot Rescue, Greymouth, New Zealand. So I've made a couple of stickers and hope to sell them to raise some money. Yeah. Also made some t-shirts. I made some t-shirts. I'm hoping to sell them to raise a bit of money to fix the car up. Okay, I'm coming around here to the old flathead V8, and here it is here. There's the old flathead V8 there. So this is what my project is. I've got to unseized it. At the moment, it's not turning over, and I've just been putting oil on it over the years. I've been squirting a bit of diesel and put a bit of two-stroke in there and put something else in there and putting oil in it. So there's the old motor here. So what I just do, I just get a couple of every so often I just put a bit of squirt of diesel in the cylinders. I get this, hoping just squirt a little bit of diesel in the cylinders there. And that's what I've been doing with it, trying to unseize it. Well, I have to take the head off anyway. I've been spraying stuff on the wheel, on the cylinder head nuts to try and unfree them. I'm not. I just put a bit of COC on them to try and free it, because I've got to take those heads off and see if I can turn the motor that way. It probably will. I think it wouldn't take much to turn over. But I was thinking about trying to turn it over now, but I think I've seen other motors on the internet, and people when they took their head off, there was a bit of rust in the cylinders. So I like to take the head off and clean the cylinders before I even start turning the motor over. Okay, that's my little project at the moment. I'm gonna well, how long have I been going on for? Okay, I'm gonna try and do a little bit of a job on the well, I'm gonna try and cut a piece of timber out. We'll see how it goes. If it happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens. Oh, if you can see it, you can't. It is what it is. Get in. The ball down there. Ooh. Put power on. It's working. Make sure that you can see it or not. No. push it this way. It is what it is. There it is. The piece of the pillar that goes into the side of the car, behind the driving seat. Okay, I might sign this video off. It went a bit longer than what I thought it would have done. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Putting up with me and the dog. Right, bye.